The reciprocal. Kind of sounds like a horror movie. However, it's just a math term. So by definition, oh my gosh, what is this big, I don't know what happened. Okay, anyway, the reciprocal is a number that when multiplied by a number, another number, the product is 1. So let's think about the number 3/4, right? That is a fraction. So the reciprocal is the number that when we multiply by 3/4, we would end up with a product of 1. So if we would flip that and make it 4/3, look at what happens. If I multiply straight across, because that's what fractions do, 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 3 is 12, and the product is 1. So the basic idea with a reciprocal is if you flip the fraction, you have the reciprocal, because when you multiply the two together, you would get 1. So looking at these numbers here, we have 6/11. What is the reciprocal? Well, I flip it. So instead of 6/11, I would have 11/6. Because again, if I would multiply these together, I would get 66 over 66, which is just 1. When I look at the next one, which is just 8, what is the reciprocal of 8? Well, think about 8 as a fraction. So if I have 8 over 1, that makes it a fraction. Now let's flip it, 1/8. So if you have a whole number, put it over 1, then flip it. Letter C, we have 1/7. The reciprocal of 1/7 would be 7 over 1. Well, 7 over 1 is the same as 7, so it's just a whole number. And the last one is kind of a challenge problem, and that's if we're given a decimal. So there's a lot of different ways we can think about this. Now, one, which is not recommended, is thinking, well, if I put this 12/100ths, 0.12, over 1, the reciprocal would be 1 over 0.12. Yeah. Technically, that's a reciprocal. However, we don't generally want a decimal inside a fraction. That's like, ew. But let's look at 0.12. 12/100ths is the same as 12 over 100. Well, then I can flip that, and the reciprocal would be 100 over 12. You might also say, well, hey, 12 over 100, those are both reducible by 4. You'd be correct. So if I reduce 12 over 100, I get 3 over 25, which has a reciprocal of 25/3. You also could just have reduced 100 over 12, again, reduced by 4, and you would get the 25 over 3. So the correct answer as a reciprocal in proper form would be either 100 over 12 and then reduced 25 over 3. So 25 over 3 is the best answer to that, what is the reciprocal of 12/100ths.